Hi, this is Sherry. Veronica Ernesta Welch-Bailey is in your news, and they got her to point to where the problem is. It seems as though the photographer always asks the person, show us where, and the person that's talking automatically puts a hand up and points, and then they snap the photo. Okay, it's almost as though it's scripted. It's scripted, and without even knowing the person who is speaking, and they put their hand out to point. They don't even realize that it's like a reflex reaction. You use your hand instead of saying it's right over here to your left or it's right over here to your right and turning and looking in that direction. They don't do that. They raise their hand and they point. But be that as it may, Ernesta Welch-Bailey from Black Rock found herself in the paper talking about dumping hazards and all the mattresses and all the refrigerators and whatever else that is dumped behind her property, and there are rats and mosquitoes, and she's plagued with, but not only her, I'm sure it's a community there, they're plagued with pests and rodents and whatever. And she's saying it has been happening now for over 20 years, and she's been there for over 20 years. Now, there's some neighborhoods that you can't dump in. Let's get straight to the point. There are some neighborhoods you cannot dump your crap in, okay? So what is different between the neighborhood you can't dump in and the neighborhood you can dump in? Let's see. Let's put on our thinking caps here. Some neighborhoods you cannot pull that mess in, and then some neighborhoods you can. So the neighborhoods that you cannot do that in, there's certain type of people that live in that neighborhood, okay? And let's say you were to even dare to try to pull something like that, that'd be probably the last time you do something like that. You probably would be banned from even driving down that street. They'll probably ban you from, come anywhere near their neighborhood. No, that's the 5%. 5%ers. Now come to the other part. Now let's come to the other neighborhoods where you can dump whatever you want to dump, and the people who dump whatever they want to dump. Where is your DNA from? Where are you hailing from? Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing on the earth? And you have to, but no, it's not and. You're gonna have to decide. Okay, Ernesta, you and your people, you're going to have to decide why it happens to you and in your neighborhood. Why is it happening in your neighborhood? Why are your people dumping in your neighborhood and inconveniencing you? Okay, you're going to have to decide what the gene pool and the DNA. That's something for you to figure out. But it didn't need to be this way. Sometimes people think that I'm harsh, but I'm not. I live in neighborhoods where people get together and they say, okay, this Saturday we're gonna go around, and people get into pickup trucks and whatever, and we all as neighbors and the community, we go around, because some people will drive through, and sometimes if you have people like coming through to help you, like carpentry, or their workers doing poles and whatever, they would drink and they would throw their the empty bottles out through the window or whatever, discard it in the bush or whatever. So what we do is we go around every couple of months and we pick up garbage that we may find. It won't be a bed, or it won't be a refrigerator, but we do go around, and if it's something that we can't manage, we call someone with a heavy machinery, and they'll pick it up and cart it off to the dump. But we do it. You don't let it stay for 20 years. It's not 20 years. It's a couple of months. So I say that to say, if you care, I'm not talking about having a lot of talk, big talk. If you really care about the environment, if you really care about yourself and your children and your grandchildren, if you as a neighborhood cared about your neighborhood. 20 years? 20 years? You have to decide now. Who are you? Where'd you come from? Why do you tolerate things like that? Why can't you, as a community, get together every quarter, every 4 months, every whatever, and say, we're going to go around to these areas and we're going to clean up. And if it's something really big, we're going to call a dump truck and we're going to have it removed to the dump. And if it's something that is continuous, we're going to have put cameras, there are electric poles there, put cameras on the electric poles to see if we can bring this thing to the attention of the police. We're going to have to be proactive, and we're going to have to, do something, because it cannot continue. And then you could debush, pull your resources together, go and talk to your neighbors every so often, get $20 or whatever money you need so you can get someone to come and debush the area, keep it clean. It's up to you. It's up to you. Calling Ronald Chapman, and it was a deputy chief environmental officer, all those names, just because he has all those words in front of his name. What's Ronald gonna do? What's Ronald gonna do for you that you didn't do in 20 years? In 20 years, what's Ronald supposed to do to help you? So he's gonna come out and help you, and then you sit back, and another 20 years, your children will have to deal with it, and then in another 20 years, your grandchildren. What example are you setting? What example? What kind of standards for living are you setting for people who are watching you and who are reading this? Years of dumping? Years of dumping? You do not have a thought. I mean, come on now. Never did it enter your minds that you should go around the neighborhood and say, let's clean up. Let's pull some resources together, just in case it's something that is too big. We can have a truck and they pull it away, take it to the dump. Let's clean this thing up. You're calling the nation? You're calling the nation? Talking about 20 years of dumping? You're ashamed? You're ashamed? Put your hand down. Ernesta, put your hand down. Put your hand down, okay? You should be ashamed, man. You should be ashamed. Do something. Do something. Don't depend on the government. Do something as a human being. Do something. This is Shay Veronica.